Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it would be fun to talk about different planning tools, like the kind that you keep in a pen pouch. So I am constantly on the go and I've got to have things that are super convenient, really like at the tip of my fingers with me and not worry about it being too big or anything like that. It's got to be super portable. So this is the pen pouch that I keep with me at all times. I take it to and from work with me. It's usually in my tote bag. So today I just thought, let's talk about the things other than markers and pens that help me plan on the go. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to get right into it. Okay, so let's start off with the pouch itself. So first of all, I don't think that you need anything particularly expensive. I know that pen pouches in general can vary in price. I opted for this one after seeing a few people share it over on Instagram. I think my favorite feature is that it is expandable, so you can definitely fit a lot in here. It also seems very durable and very easy to clean. It does come in a variety of colors. I don't know if this is the actual brand, but I will leave a link down below in the description of this video. And then just to give you a quick tour of the pouch, you do have this front pocket up here, which you can put pens and things in. I'm always afraid that they'll fall out, so I don't really use this too often. When you open it up, you do have this mesh zippered pouch right along here. I do like that it's mesh so that you can kind of see what is inside of the pouch. The zipper opens up fairly easily. It's also got this sort of flap contraption here with some pen loops so you can keep all of your things in there. And then of course this like giant sort of bottom bucket, if you will, of the pouch, which holds quite a bit of things. Okay, so the first two things I wanted to recommend are both from Tombow. I have been a huge fan of their mono correction tape and their glue tape for quite some time. So I really like their whiteout simply because it is refillable, and most of them either come with a cap or this sort of like built-in flap situation here, which keeps the whiteout from getting everywhere. And of course, just like any whiteout, it's perfect for correcting your mistakes, or if you want to cover something up in your planner because you want something else to go on top of it, then that is perfect for it. Especially if you want to cover up dates and you don't need the date for anything, that's what the whiteout could be perfect for. The other thing is the glue tape. Now this is something I really didn't realize that I would need when I first joined the planner community, but this really does come in handy, especially if you are into memory keeping and you want to tape in things like menus or cards or photos or anything like that. I really like the glue tip. I really like the glue tape from Tombow because it really does stick. Now you can also get their removable adhesive tape. This one is available at Michael's. This one I grabbed from Jet Pens. So it's really up to you. This one's going to be permanent, harder to remove even with something like Undo, but then this one is going to definitely be removable, super easy to reposition things if you put it down crooked or want to move it somewhere else. Okay, the next two things that I love to keep in my pen pouch are a pencil and an eraser. So this looks like a really fancy pencil. It was actually sent to me from Uniball like several months ago. I actually really like it because it doesn't look like a pencil. It's got like this wood grain finish on it. Again, any pencil will do. This just happens to be the one that I keep in my pen pouch. It is a mechanical pencil. And I keep the eraser with me because I don't really care for the erasers. I can't even get the cap off of this, but I don't really care for the tiny erasers that are on mechanical pencils to begin with. I also prefer this Pentel high polymer eraser simply because it actually doesn't leave any marks or like rip apart your paper. I actually bought a pack of like 6 of these from Amazon, I believe. Really super easy to use, but like again, they have like smooth erasing so that when you do need to erase things, it's not going to leave behind any sort of smudging. It's just nice and clean and easy to remove whatever you don't want on your pages. Next up, one of my favorite tools to keep in my pen pouch is a small ruler. This one in particular is by Westcott. You can get them from pretty much anywhere. I think I ordered this from Amazon. The reason why I love this is because of the size. This is a 6-inch metal ruler with the cork on the back. This is great for your smaller planners like your Hobonichi Weeks. It's also great for larger planners as well, but I love the cork backing on this simply because it won't slide all over the pages while you're trying to line up things and mark things in your planner. It just works really great. If you're a weeks user, this is perfect for where the margins are on the page. Since the grid starts right about here and ends here, you're going to be able to get the entire length of the page in your Hobonichi weeks. I also prefer this size because of how it fits in a pen pouch. As you can see, you don't really have to worry about anything sticking out. It's super portable. I keep it up here in the zippered area of my pouch, but this is just something handy to have, especially when you're trying to draw lines in your journal or your planner. Okay, another one of my favorite planning tools is this stencil. Let me try to put it behind something a little bit darker, like this planner. This one is actually from Off Grid. You can probably see their name right about here. I'll try to get a little bit closer there so you guys can see the brand. I like this stencil simply because it is credit card sized, maybe even smaller. I'm not entirely sure, but it works great to put in the pockets of your planner. You'll see I have an extra one right here inside of my Hobonichi Weeks cover. It's just, I like the profile of this. It's also a very thick plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking, but I like having a stencil handy. I don't use it every day, but again, a smaller stencil will definitely come in handy for all of your planning needs, especially if you just need help with some of like the bullet style things for lists and things like that. But definitely recommend trying out some of these smaller ones. I know that there are some other small shops that carry smaller stencils, but this is just the one that I have. If you have any that you can recommend, definitely leave that down below in the comments. Okay, next up are a couple of tools from Slice Tools. I have recently partnered with them and they did send me a few of their tools. However, you guys know I have been a long time user of their precision cutter. I do use this to cut washi, cut stickers, all kinds of things like that in my planning and my journaling needs. It does have a micro ceramic tip. I mean, it's so small that you're probably not going to be able to see it here. It is very, very tiny. It is finger friendly and lasts up to 11 times longer than most other tips. Next up are the Slice scissors. These have quickly become a new favorite of mine. They do have a rounded tip, which I absolutely love. And of course they have the ceramic finger-friendly blades. I think also one of my favorite features is that you can be right-handed and use these scissors, or you can be left-handed and use these scissors. They're actually quite amazing. They also do have these like rubberized grips right here where your fingers go through it. That ensures that these aren't going to just like slip off of your fingers. And the great thing about Slice Tools is that they do donate 1% of their sales to autism research. I absolutely love that. Definitely check them out. I will leave my link down below in the description of this video. Okay, and last but certainly not least are some tweezers. I wasn't always a tweezer user in the past, but I have found as I am using smaller stickers and I want to be able to place them down precisely, it's kind of nice to have some. Now I got this pair from Cloth and Paper in one of the boxes, the subscription boxes that they had, and it is angled, it is pretty pointy, so you do want to be careful, but I do like having a pair of tweezers with me at all times. I also have this pair that I grabbed from the jewelry section at Joann. I like these, but I definitely prefer the Cloth and Paper ones a little bit more. Okay guys, that is it for my favorite planning tools that I love to keep in my pouch with me on the go. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys have any tools that you love using and keeping with you that you would recommend for me, definitely leave that down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.